Hello everyone! Today, I come to you as an artist. Well, more specifically, I wanted to show you an OC I made for the ARG Welcome Home. Truthfully, I actually made this OC like a year ago, but seeming as there's been an update to the website, I figured now is as good a time as ever to show you guys. Before I begin, I want to talk about what exactly Welcome Home is. Essentially, it's an ARG where a group of people created a website dedicated to archiving an old children's show from the 70s. It seems to be just another typical show that revolves around teaching the youth valuable life lessons while simultaneously having a plethora of colorful characters. The most noteworthy of the bunch being a charming yellow puppet named Wally Darling. Sounds pretty normal, right? Well, the colorful website, although seemingly wholesome on the outside, isn't all that it's cracked up to be, as frightening imagery, glitches, and hidden messages begin to appear as the player, aka you, begins to explore and dig deeper. This B-roll footage is just a small glimpse of what you're gonna see. That's just a brief summary. If you want to know more about the ARG, I recommend watching The Game Theorist or Nightmind's video on the topic. Although, I have a feeling anyone watching has already seen it. Regardless, I've linked it down below. I've also gone ahead and linked the actual website below, which I highly recommend you check out if you haven't already. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the meat and the potatoes of the video. As we get started, I just want to note that my drawing process is insufferable. I don't really go in with a plan, so you'll see a lot of trial and error. And I also want to mention that I'm kind of dumb, and I forgot that I was supposed to be making a puppet. Here's my original concept art where I actually made her puppet-like, but that's pretty much the only time we're gonna see this. The rest of the time, she's a human. Oops. Also, I'm not sure I mentioned this, but her name is Fern, like the plant, which will all be explained due time. Side note, thank you to the Instagram user who named her for me. I love you. Anyways, going into this project, I wanted to make Fern match the vibe of the show, so I made her a little bit cheeky, a little bit playful, hence the Sailor Moon pose. Her whole gimmick is that she's a gardener. Well, kind of. I guess she's more of a florist than a gardener. Or maybe a florist by day and a gardener by night? I don't know. Did I also mention that I've never made an OC before? Yeah, you heard that right. She's like my first child. Well, my second, if you want to count my precious baby angel kitty. I tried to draw bouquets for this character, which I've never done. And it was so fun. You'll see soon though that I do give up and I end up tracing another bouquet. Side note, how do you guys feel about tracing? I feel like it's okay to a certain extent. Like, of course, you shouldn't trace someone else's work and present it as your own, but tracing like a real image seems fine with me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is a horrible take and I'll educate myself. As a florist, I wanted to make her outfit tailored to that. So originally I gave her sort of an apron dress, but then I started leaning more towards a sophisticated look with heels for some reason, and this is what I ended up with. A non-practical outfit. So she kind of has a super girly aesthetic instead. I also gave her short hair because I have a bias and I will not elaborate further. The colors of her outfit kind of change a lot too, because I'm super indecisive, but you'll see more of that in the second half of the drawing, as this first half is just sketches. Also, there's Fern. But wait, I hear all of you asking. I thought Welcome Home was a scary ARG. She doesn't look so bad. Well, that's because we haven't seen her nighttime look. Before we get started, let's change the atmosphere a little bit. That's better. On to the speed paint. You'll see again for this speed paint, I just draw a face to determine the vibe and I just center around this. I wanted to base my character's design off a spider, hence the 2 sets of eyes and the limbs you'll see. I think I literally got the spider idea in my brain because at the time I had just seen Into the Spider-Verse. Late, I know. I was also inspired a little bit by Steven Universe. You know how when the gems fuse and they get a bunch of eyes and legs and arms? Yeah, well, I kinda unironically love that, even though I know it's a little controversial. But I like it, so I just added it in. Also, Spider Dance from the Undertale OST was literally on loop in my brain the whole time I was drawing this. This spider pose does end up getting scrapped in a bit, although I do think it is a little interesting. It's a little too intense for what I was going for, I think. So after that pose gets scrapped, I then wanted to go for like a corpse bride vibe because scary, undead, pretty lady plus bouquets of flowers translates to corpse bride, I guess. Can you guys tell I'm easily influenced by the media around me? I once again scrapped this pose and, well, third time's the charm. I finally conclude on this pose where she's holding a potted plant and some gardening tools. you haven't figured it out already, she is a gardener who unalives her victims to use as fertilizer. I mean, how else do you think she gets such beautiful flora? Did you guys notice the Spider-Man font? Yeah, I can be a little smart sometimes. In this illustration, you actually get to see her colors, which took me like 10 hours to decide because once again, I am very indecisive. And also, did you guys notice her little green thumbs? I thought that was a nice little touch. And there's the spooky version of Fern all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. If any of you guys have made any welcome home OCs, I'd love it if you tweet them at me. I quite literally only have 1 follower, so I'll definitely see it if you do. Also, did you like my little PNG girl? I hope so. I'm a bit lazy and I wanted to get this video out sooner, so she's only limited to 2 poses. But rest assured, I am working on more poses as we speak. Well, I gotta get back to the farm, y'all. So I'll see y'all later. Bye!